Bet you can't guess what we have on today's show. Stay tuned for Cooking in the Cave with Kurt. Alrighty, folks, I can't wait for you to dive into this gem that we have for you tonight. This is from my hero, Myron Mixon. If you never heard of Myron, he is a 5-time world champion in barbecue. Matter of fact, he is the most winningest man ever in barbecue. I got on my Jack's Old South School apron that I got. He's got a wonderful class that he does on Saturdays. Most of the year, he's booked probably 6 or 7 months out. If you love barbecue and want to have a good time, it's a great time to go for a weekend. Take a friend with you and y'all will learn some really amazing stuff. The man knows everything and then some about barbecue. He competed on the circuit and still does some. He goes to a few events a year, but not as many as he used to. And chicken quite often is a category at a lot of these competitions. So naturally, you have to be in your mind all the time trying to think of how can I do something different, because quite honestly, once somebody finds your recipe, everybody finds out what's winning and they try to copy it. So Myron brilliantly came up with what he called cupcake chicken. Now, when he first started, he took the old tin cupcake molds and he actually drilled the holes in the bottom of them, and he used that. And I don't know how many of the first competitions that he entered with this, but he absolutely won them. And you're going to see how easy, number one, it is to make, but number two, how delicious this is. We're going to cook them with chicken thighs tonight. So anyway, you'll get a aluminum pan. It's a 9x11 pan. And all you're going to do there, you're going to come in with your chicken broth. And you're just simply going to put your broth, put the whole box into the pan. And then you'll set your mold right back down in it. All right, and then we're going to get here. I'm going to go ahead and get started with some of the chicken in there, and we'll be right back. Okay, so what I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to pick out thighs that are about the same size. You don't want some real small ones and some real big ones. And then the beauty part of this, we're going to put our skin side down, and it's going to be cooking comfortable down in the chicken broth. And then all we're doing here is just putting on, I'm using some Myron Mixon hickory rub, and I'm also using some money cluck. And we're just going to take that, and then once we have that done all over really good, I'm just going to poke it down in there, nice and neat. That way it can stay good and moist as we cook. I'm going to do the rest of these, and then we'll head out to the grill. All right, it's time to put these little goodies onto the green egg out there. I've got my temp running right at 300, which is what I want to do. But I want you to look at how good these look. We put the seasoning in. You see how as we pushed them down into the chicken broth that you're already getting some juice coming up through there. You got your great seasoning that it's going to marinate right in that thing. Man, I can't wait for y'all to get a smell of this and a taste. All right, so you can see we got our egg right at 300 degrees. We'll make a little adjustment on the top damper here to give us the 4 or 5 degrees that we need. Today I'm cooking with a apple wood. Want a kind of fruity, nice flavor to go with the chicken. Remember, always, if you don't have a green egg, if you do, I always have to do this, what we call burping the egg. So much heat builds up in this ceramic. Now today I've got it set up with 2 grates in. That way, hopefully, we can do all of our chicken at one time. Our beautiful cupcake chicken, we're gonna set that one on the top, right back toward the back there a little bit. Now, the beauty thing of this, actually, you can push that back a little bit if you need to on that. So here we go with our second pan of cupcake chicken. And man, oh man, I'm telling you what, we're gonna set these things on here for an hour, and then we're gonna come back and give them a check. We're gonna look at our temperatures and see what we're running. All right, so our chicken's been on now for about an hour at 300. We're at about the 140 internal temperature mark, needing to get to 165. So I pulled them off. Important tip for you here. Before you put your sauce on, never put cold sauce on hot meat. So we got hot meat here from the grill, so therefore we need to have our sauce warmed up here. And we just gonna lather that stuff all over it like that. Boy, that looks good, doesn't it? Looks just like the cupcakes. Now, for us at home, we don't like the skin quite as well. Now, when Myron does this in competitions, one of his big things is, you know, that he crisps up the skin. Now, son-in-law likes his with the skin on it, so we're gonna leave a couple for him, and we'll let you see those when we get back. All right, so we're finishing up with our sauce here. Again, we're gonna go back on the grill for approximately 30 minutes. We've got a good coating, and what we wanna do with this 30 minutes is really just let this barbecue sauce kind of season and seal into the chicken. Again, while we're doing it, then we'll make sure to get some sauce on the bottom of that as well. All right, stay tuned just a little bit. We're gonna have some fabulous cupcake chicken.